Hey there, prosperity practitioners. This is Brandon Hanley. I am giving something else a shot. Today. Today, I have a recent post that I made, and basically, look, I'm still trying to get people to understand that this prosperity practice, it's an ongoing thing. It's 100% legit. It's not for everybody, though, too, right? Not everybody can get into this space or this mindset, and that's okay, because it doesn't. Look, there's millions of people out there. It doesn't have to be for everybody. And while it would be great if everybody was into it, if this was the way everybody was, that'd be awesome. But it doesn't have to be. Again, not a big deal. At any rate, so my latest post was this, right? You can tap into the vast resources of the universe right now by participating in the prosperity practice. By joining this program, that is valued, I put this in there, seriously, I've seen this program valued at over $2,000, right? I've seen it for over $2,000, and hey, it's 100% worth it. I'm currently giving it away. It's my gift, right? This is what I want to put out there. You cannot give what you have not got. I have got this. I've got the ability to give this out there. And it's going to cost you, right? I've already said this before. If you've already participated in it, that's awesome. I know for a fact that it works. It worked for me. I had, experiences when I first created this program. The second or third day, actually, it was, I got a sizable check that was exactly the amount. She got 2 checks right in the beginning of this, right when I first started this. It was, people want to say coincidence. You can live in that world if you want. If you want to live in a world where things are coincidence and you had nothing to do with what's happening out there, live in that world. Feel free. It's not for me. I choose to live in a different world, and you know what? We are in just an amazing time and place that and it's always been this way, you can always believe what you choose to believe. Nobody can make you believe something. You are the only person who has control over your beliefs. Those are your choices. It's your mind. And you can use it however you want. If you want to use your mind to say, hey, I want this to be a coincidence, so be it. So be it. But the more that you practice, the better you get. There's a great story and a great line about this in Scarcity Vs Prosperity. I'm probably botching the name. But the book is called Are You Ready to Succeed? I highly recommend the book. I've run masterminds 2 years in a row now with this book. At the end of each year, I run a mastermind with that book. And each year, it's more and more powerful and more potent. At any rate, so why am I saying all this stuff, right? You still have... Going through this prosperity practice, I guarantee that you will experience some type of your ability to tap into the reservoir that is prosperity that lives inside of you and all around you. So if you haven't gone through it yet, if you haven't tried it out, give it a shot. You really have nothing, absolutely nothing to lose. By going over to the prosperity-practice.com. That's prosperity-practice.com. So, what are we trying to do here? What is it that we are doing with the prosperity practice? Well, the prosperity practice is getting you to get out of the scarcity mindset and into the abundance mindset. What does it look like to have a scarcity mindset? you play the victim, right? You're the victim when you are in the scarcity mindset, right? What's it look like if you're in the abundance mindset? If you're in the prosperity mindset, you're in the driver's seat. Things aren't a coincidence. Things are not a coincidence. What else does it look like? What are a couple of the other ones? And this is something that I pulled from the Deepak Chopra website. If you want to go, you can find it here. It's a scarcity versus abundance mindset. So your physical energies, your contracted body, your tense shoulders, your clenched jaw, you're short of breath. That's scarcity mindset. You're clenched. You're very tight. Now, if you're an abundance mindset, then you're feeling relaxed and alert. Expansive posture, you're rooted and balanced, and you're present, and you're breathing deeply and evenly. That's a great feeling, right? You're calm. You're alive. You're present, and there's no pressure to be you, to just be. What about the emotional energy of a scarcity mindset? The emotional energy is that you've got draining energy in the room, and in your interactions, you're feeling frustrated, impatient, anxious, afraid, angry, overwhelmed, and powerless, giving power over to groupthink and pressure. This is the whole world out there, right? They've got you under the thumb. This whole hustle and grind, and everything's got to be hard and challenging and difficult. But it's not. It's not. You got to release that. You got to let go of that. You got to forget everything, and you got to remember. It's counter, right? I know it sounds counterintuitive. You've got to remember who you truly are, and that's you're feeling in the abundance mindset, the prosperity mindset. You're feeling empowered, you're engaged, you're positive, like you're working on something bigger than yourself. You energize and inspire others. You're excited about the challenges and growth ahead. I mean, that's what this is. That's what the whole prosperity mindset, the whole prosperity practice is all about. It's leaning into something that you just know and can feel the truth of. It's seeing your dreams and going after them. It's seeing your dreams and knowing that each step that you take towards those dreams, each step, each day, you are living your dream. You are living your dreams each day. And that's the prosperous mindset. That's the abundance mindset. Scarcity mindset would have you believe that there's no time for that. Would have you believe that the world is crumbling all around you. And that's no way to be. And finally, your mental energy. Scarcity mindset is confused, disorganized, narrow in your thinking, only focusing on what's not working. Typical thought pattern. I have no choice. Think about that for a second. I have no choice. Are you in a job? Are you in a place? Are you somewhere that you just feel like you have no choice, that you must show up every day and live that way? Feeling that way is a choice. Having those thought patterns, that is a choice. The abundance, the prosperous mindset says you've got a feeling of clarity, the ability to pursue multiple angles, listen actively, and notice what others are not seeing. Flexible and adaptable. Typical thought pattern. I always have a choice. If I were to notice something new, what would it be? Creative agency. Non-judgmental beginner's mind. This is also true, guys. I just having to share this with you because I've had these experiences. I've gone through the transformation. I've experienced it. And there's really not a whole lot to say other than that's why I felt so strongly about creating the prosperity process, the prosperity practice. Because I've gone through the experience. It's very difficult to translate, right? How do you translate an experience? And you can't always translate the experience other than noticing the shifts, other than having the shifts, other than having prosperity show up in your life because you're looking for it. Noticing that expansion and expansion is the right word. It's really funny, but if you've ever seen neurons in your mind and the way that the thoughts and new thought processes are created, it's literally expansion, and it's an outreaching, and then there's a synapse. It clicks into place. It clicks into place when you see that that's how thought patterns actually work. The imagery of that is the truth, and it is kind of like water coming from two different angles through the cracks on a blacktop or the cement. You watch it as it continues to spread, drop after drop after drop on one edge, and then on the other edge you've got it happening in two different places, and at some point they connect, and then there's this huge thought, there's this huge thing, there's something bigger than the two were by themselves, right? And that's really what happens here. You expand into that space, and you recognize and you find the things that are prosperous, and you find prosperity where you are and how you think and what you think. They are all choices, and a lot of it is and has been a habit, your habitual way of thinking. But that can change. You can change your habits. You've got to be willing to do it. You've got to want to do it. And you've got to look for the ways that it is working. When you start looking for what is working, you'll find it. I promise you that. One of the ways that it is working, and most recently I had somebody start the prosperity practice, and she found on her very first 2 days, she had a check come to her for $100 that she had forgotten about on the first day. And that day number one is $100. Day number two, she got a coupon for $200. And what is day number two? Day number two is $200. You can believe in coincidence if you want, or you can believe that it has something to do with what you're doing, what it is that you're putting out there. What is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for all the ways that it won't work? You'll find that. You'll find all the ways that it won't work, because that's what you're looking for. Or if you're looking for things in the way that it will work, you will find that. Again, you can do that by beginning the prosperity practice today. Head on over to prosperity-practice.com and check that out. Thanks a lot. It's been Brandon.